Hello. I never know if these are starting when I click the button or if there's a lag, because right now it says it's processing, but if you can hear me, hello. Let's see. I'm going to give a live weather update here on YouTube. 6 Plus. I am on Facebook as well. So, midday weather update. I'm going to start this one too. All right, it looks like we're going. I'm doing a midday weather update. It is 11:38. This will last 5 minutes. So, hello, if you jump on here. Usually there's a lag, but hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy first day of the month, July. I'm going to do a 5-6 minute weather update here. We'll start out looking out over Temple, kind of go over current conditions, then we'll go through the rest of the week, including the 4th of July. Right now it's 89 degrees already. It is not even noon. It's going to be hot today, obviously. We have winds only 3 miles an hour, so much less than yesterday. It's going to make it feel hotter this afternoon. Yesterday we were gusting up to 20, and we were out of the south yesterday. Once again, winds out of the south today. But we do have that Saharan dust. It is making for, I'd say, sort of a smoky look to our skies if you look far away. Now, if you look right in front of you, you're not going to see it. It's not that thick. But if you look really far away, you can see that dust kind of settled in over the region. I run outside in the mornings. Sometimes it bothers me when this comes in. So worth mentioning, but not a big deal. Right now it feels like 92, relative humidity at about 50%. It was at like 95% last week. So we're not as humid as last week, but still technically, considering I lived out in West Texas for a while, it's still kind of on the humid side, and we do have some tropical moisture that is touching our western counties. I'll get to that here in a second. Touching on the almanac, we're now in a new month, July 1st. We did not have any 100-degree days. Out of Austin, their office was saying it was the first on record. First June on record, they didn't have one. Average first 100-degree day in Waco is July 4th, later this week. By the way, for Dallas, it is today. So we're running just maybe 3, 4, 5 degrees under the norm throughout the month of June. June rainfall, we're 2.2 inches above the average, which is 3.3. We ended up with 5.5. Waco's airport is where we measure that from. State of Texas, did you know in the month of July we will lose between 24 and 34 minutes of daylight this month? Depending on where you're at, you lose more if you're up, obviously, in the panhandle versus down on the coast. So here in Central Texas, we'll lose round about 30 minutes of daylight this month. Temperatures, 89 Temple, 89 Marlin, 89 Waco as well, so getting close to 90 degrees already. Winds out of the south and super humid the further west that you go. Obviously, there's some tropical moisture, sort of a plume of it coming up from Corpus, Brownsville, surging all the way up into the Texas Panhandle, eastern New Mexico. Been seeing flooding out in Ruidoso, still follow some pages out there, but nothing severe. It's good old-fashioned rain. They've had a lot of it at this point, well to our west. Here in Central Texas, we've kind of had a break in comparison to what we were seeing last week. Zooming into our counties, you can see the further west that you go, you're going to run into more humidity, cloud cover as well, and maybe some sprinkles hitting the ground. Not seeing any thunderstorm activity right now, though. Different story for South Texas. They've had flood warnings. I haven't seen any severe warnings this morning, but they're getting a lot of rain. If you're going there for the 4th, hopefully it can start to calm down by then, essentially. Touching on to the west of Florida, there is a system that is sort of hanging out there. Now, a 30% shot that it does develop into tropical storm, maybe something bigger. It's awaited out and see over the next few days, but it was 20% yesterday. It's now 30%, so something to watch. Here at home, we have daily thunderstorm chances. The further west that you go, higher likelihood you are going to see this activity. We roll into tomorrow, 20% shot. Now it could creep closer to the I-35 corridor. Most of it, again, is going to be west of us. We're in the 90s every single day. Going to start a warming trend. Thursday, we're actually going to cool down into the 80s. Some of us, especially if you're getting the more scattered thunderstorm activity. I may bump this to 30%, by the way, for Thursday, if this verifies. These models have kind of been acted funky this week, but you can see brief heavy downpours, thunder, lightning, gusty winds as well are going to be possible. Every day until the 4th of July, that's when we start to clear out. More like 10%, I would say, for Friday. Over the weekend, it's going to be very hot, nearly 100 degrees. High 99 Saturday and Sunday, 92 for Friday. It'll probably be in the middle 80s for parades. At the end of the parade, it will start out in the upper 70s and feel good, and then you'll be miserable and ready to go home by mid-morning. But we do that every year, right? So you can see pretty much in the 90s daily except for Thursday. And again, that's going to depend on where you're at. If you're seeing sun all day versus mostly cloudy skies and maybe some thunderstorm activity that afternoon, you will obviously be a little bit cooler. But quiet 7-day forecast for this first week of July. If you have questions and you are on Facebook, let me know. I'll check the comments here in a minute. But I think that wraps it up. This live stream is going to be ending here shortly if it didn't already. If you're on Facebook, though, it should still be rolling. But I'll be doing these daily again now that I'm on dayside. That's what we call it. Hopefully we can get some rain. I watered this morning because it's been missing my house this week, but maybe I can get some this afternoon. If not, it looks like Thursday we have a shot as well. But by the way, this 7-day forecast, we're going into the afternoon, so I bumped it to the PM forecast, which means you're not seeing today anymore on here. But rest of today, we could see a stray shower or two. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything widespread. Have a good Tuesday.